Just imagine you turn on the news only to find out that several tourist cities have been wiped off the face of the earth. Many people died, millions were left with no roof over their heads, and a huge cloud of ash and smoke has turned the sky black. The power line have been cut off, all traffic has ceased, the climate is about to change. You cannot believe your eyes and ears that story have repeated and repeated until today, and mankind still doesn't know what to do about it. This is the power of volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption is one of the most dangerous and magnificent natural disasters which have attracted the curiosity of humans since the earliest time. While at the outset, it may seem that a volcanic eruption is a disruptive event and causes widespread damage. The fact is, the same volcanic eruption can prove beneficial to the local environment. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Janatun Afifah binti Muhammad Jalani from BA235. So, I have done some research regarding this topic. Today, I will providing you a background about volcanic eruption and also explaining you about the power of volcanic eruption that give the positive and a negative effect to the environment and human being. I will start out by illustrating the historical background of volcanic eruption. According to the United States Geological Survey, there are roughly 1,500 potentially active volcanoes worldwide. Most are located around the Pacific Ocean in what is commonly called as the Ring of Fire. Volcanoes are Earth's geology architects. They are created more than 80% of our planet's surface, laying the foundation that has allowed life to bloom. Mountains, islands, and seafloor are all owed their shape and size to volcanoes. Move to the next part, which is the negative effect of volcanic eruption. Firstly, volcanic activities produce dangerous hazards that can affect human life and environmental. In this case, volcanic eruption create unpredictable lava flow, which is pyroclastic flow that causes environmental damage. A pyroclastic flow, deadly mixture of hot ash and toxic gases, is able to kill animals and people. The famous 79 Common Era eruption of Mount Vesuvius buried the nearby cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum, Italy, in pyroclastic fallout, killing about 30,000 of people. Depending on the pressure in the magma, the heat and the temperature, density and viscosity of magma, not all the lava flow behave in the same manner. Volcanologist Benjamin Andrews says, pyroclastic flow may look like fluffy clouds, but they are more like sandblasting. In the meantime, volcanic gases and fine particles from a volcano will pollute the atmosphere. The research from United States Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) stated that sulfur dioxide gas from volcanic eruption can lead to acid rain and air pollution downwind. Sulfur gases convert to sulfate aerosol, mainly sulfuric acid, which, if they reach the stratosphere, may remain there for years, causing short-term climate changes. Based on British Geology Survey, people can be exposed to harmful volcanic gases by breathing them in through contact with the skin and eyes. The health effects range from mild to serious, with occasionally deadly exposure. After exposure, people may report difficulty breathing and itchy skin. If you already have breathing problem, please avoid being exposed to volcanic smoke. Then it would be surprising you to know that despite their destructive power, volcanoes actually come with their share of benefit. Volcanic eruption is actually improving the soil to creating new land masses. Volcanic eruption result in ash being spread over wide areas around the eruption site, And depending on the chemistry of the magma from which is erupted, this ash will be contain varying amount of soil nutrient. Eruption release bits of rock which are in turn rich in iron, magnesium, and potassium. As a result, regions that have large deposits of volcanic soil, such as mountain slope and valley near eruption site, are quite fertile. In the region around Naples, they are fertile expanses of land that were created by volcanic eruption. The fertile soil took place about 12,000 to 35,000 years ago. The soil in this region is rich because volcanic eruption deposits the necessary minerals, which are then long exposure and broken down by rain. Once absorbed into the soil, they become a steady supply of nutrients for plant life. The soil on and around volcanoes can be some of the best in the world of for growing plants. In addition, after spreading ash over large area of land, volcanoes also push material to the surface that can result in the formation of new islands. For example, the entire Hawaii chain of islands erupted continuously from 1983 to 2018, changing the landscape every single day. These volcanoes breach the surface of the ocean, becoming usable islands and rest stop during long sea journey. Where these islands form, unique species of plants and animals evolve into new form on this island, creating a balanced ecosystem and leading to the new level of biodiversity. To recap what has been said, volcanic eruption give a negative effect, which is produce pyroclastic flows, which devastate the ecosystem, while volcanic gases and fine particles pollute the atmosphere. And the positive effect is volcanic eruption produce ash with different level of soil nutrient, while volcanoes force material to the surface, which might result in the formation of new islands. So far, I have explained about the power of volcanic eruption based on the positive and negative effect. As we've seen, volcanic eruption is one of the most dangerous and glorious disaster which have affect human life and environment. This natural disaster happen could leave the consequences like dangerous hazard to the living thing and also creating new land masses with nutrition material. If there were no volcanoes, the world will be a very different place. So, do you want to build a house in this land of the ring of the fire based on these consequences? Then, thank you for listening my speech and goodbye.